religiously speaking. So we have many religions here in Indonesia, and I don't know how to find another term, but we use the word of recognition. Yeah, we recognize, but I don't like this term. 6 religions, you know, we serve 6 religions, which are Islam, Protestantism, Catholicism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Confucianism. And we have in our ministry 5 Directorate Generals for the 5 religions. And the last president, the President SBY, released a decree that there should be Directorate General for Confucianism also, and it is not yet realized. And and our constitution says that other religions are protected, and but they do not receive any aids from the government, but they are protected. All religions are protected here in Indonesia, as stated in the laws number 1 PNPS, we call it PNPS because it is actually a presidential decree that is accepted as a law after that, in the year of 1965. So we have 6 religions served by the state, but we protect all religion other than 6. And it is pluralism of religion. So we acknowledge many many customs of religions that later become national custom, like Assalamualaikum, the salam, the greetings of Islamic greeting actually, but now become national greeting. Although in many now it is common to add after that Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. The translation of the salam in Indonesian, and also some Hindus will say Om Swastiastu, and maybe some Christians will say Shalom, and some Buddhists will say Namo Buddhaya, and something like that. And we have national commemoration of religious day, religious holidays, where the president of the Republic present and gives speech. Although it is the president, all of our presidents so far are Muslims, but they give they are present in religious holidays and give their speech in the Christmas commemoration, or day after the Silence Day for Buddhism, and of course the Idul Fitr and other days, Waisak for Buddhists and so on. Now, pluralism within one religious community is something delicate. We have, for example, in Islam, we have Shiite and Sunnite. We are majority Sunnite, but there are some Shiite groups, and we live harmoniously side by side, except in this last decade. The problem arose in Madura, in East Java, where 2 groups, Sunnite and Muslims, and Sunnite and Shiite, are in conflict until now. Since 5 years ago, and some of the, or maybe all of these Shiite people are now in exile in Surabaya. And we have also Ahmadi people here in Indonesia, and we live harmoniously so far, except once again in this last decade, where some conflicts happens in West Java and in West Nusa Tenggara, close to Bali. So the pluralism within one religious community is not that easy to manage, but we try to solve the problem. One of the main problem of this pluralism within the one religious community is that we don't have what is it, the system or the method how to solve the problem. Who will represent who will say that such and such schools or currents is Islamic or not, or is Christian enough or not, and so on. So we have almost the same problem in Islam and in the Protestantism. Tell me if I am wrong, Robert. Yeah. For example, I think in Christianity, in Protestantism, we have more than 800 denominations. And the ministry recognize only like 300. So we have to think about this, the rest. I mean, more than 500 denominations that belong to Christian tradition, but they are called what is it, splinters group or whatever the name. And in Islam we have Shiite, Ahmadis, and also some small groups that claim that they are the true Muslims, and the rest are heretics, and so, or not Muslim at all. But now we have in Sunnite groups also people who say that Shia is no longer no Muslim at all. So they may not use the terms of Islam, right? For example, here in Islam we call the ulama kiai. So the Shiite people may not call the leaders kiai or imam, because it is Islamic. So they may not use this Islamic terms, and so on. Yeah, we are working with this problem. And the other thing is that the limits of pluralism. What is how can we tolerate the differences between the currents of the denominations, that we can accept them as people of the same group of religion. And the other thing that we have, I will call it timid pluralism, is that we accept the existence of others only in a superficial way, but we have a hidden enmity with other people. So we call it, I call it timid pluralism. And also that we have inheritance of this acceptance from, not only from people of other religion, but also people of the same religion from different groups. But we are fortunate that we have also wisdom of harmony. So we have maybe pre-religious wisdom. I will say pre-religious because in many cases that the people can live in harmony before the coming of religion. Yeah. Here in Yogyakarta, we have one family with members of different religions, maybe not only between the husband and wife, but also between the children, among the children. Maybe we can find the father Muslims and the mother is Christian, and the son, the first son may be Muslim, the second son may be Buddhist, and then so on. It happened in the city, in Yogyakarta. Yeah, we call it keluarga Pancasila. Now what we do, our ministry does many things to better deal with this problem, with this pluralism. The first, the dissemination of the theology of religious expressions that is compatible to pluralism through many things, through education, because we have religious education all over the country. We have, I think, more than 13 madrasas, 13,000 madrasas. Madrasah is actually a school, general school, but with some Islamic contents. And also we have a theological school for Christian, and we have also, I couldn't remember the name of the Hindus religious school, Pasraman maybe, Pasraman in the Hindus tradition. Yeah. So we disseminate the theology of the theology and the religious expression that is compatible with pluralism through many things. For example, we support the competition of reciting scripture. So we have Musabaqah Tilawatil Quran nationally held every 2 years, and also we have Utswana Dharma Kitab, so competition of reciting the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu scripture. And we have also Pesparani, Pesta Paduan Suara Gerejani for Catholicism. Protestant. And then Pesparawi. I don't know why they call it Gerejani and Gerejawi. Oh, I don't know. As a Gerejani mean ecclesiastical choirs. Yeah. But in Indonesia, for Catholicism it is Gerejawi, but for Protestantism it is Gerejani. So it is for me it is very beautiful when we held MTQ, Musabaqah Tilawatil Quran, so competition of the reciting of the Quran in Ambon, where the majority are Christians. You know that many Christians are involved in this competition as a committee, as workers, and so on. And also when Pesparani was held in Kendari, 95% of the inhabitants are Muslims, and some Muslims are involved in this Pesparani. Yeah. So we do this kind of things to support the pluralism, and also in many places. For example, you can, as you go to Jakarta, you can find the cathedral, I think the oldest cathedral in Jakarta, in front of the biggest mosque in Indonesia. And on Sundays maybe some Catholics will park their car in the mosque yard, and maybe on Fridays some Muslims will park their cars in the yard of cathedrals. And it happened in many places. When you go to Taman Mini Indonesia, in the miniature of Indonesia in Jakarta, you can find the 6 places of worship side by side. Yeah. Okay. The other thing is that we do research and development for the local wisdom of harmonious living together of plural society. So we work on things like Pela Gandong in Jackie's hometown in Ambon, in Maluku. Pela Gandong, the ties between the blood ties and neighborhood ties. Pela Gandong. Yeah. Gandong means brothers and sisters. Gandong Bung, yeah. So it's blood ties, and Pela means the tetangga. Yeah. So neighbor. So they have a tradition of living harmoniously with their kins and their neighbors. And also in Bali, we found Menyama Braya, the same things, and also Katong Basudara in many parts of East Indonesia. And also here in Java, we have Gotong Royong working together of people of different backgrounds. And also Satu Tungku Tiga Batu. You have one stove with three stones, and or also Dalian Natoru in Batak, in North Sumatra. That means a family of three stoves. Yeah. So we develop this kind of things to become models for our social relationship. Yeah. We are active in participation in the resolution of religiously colored conflict. Although maybe our vice president said that the Minister of Religious Affairs is always absent in these conflict resolutions, but actually we are not absent. But we work in not behind the screen. Yeah. We work behind the screen because dissemination of theology is not something that you can see every day. Actually, in the conflict. But yeah, we work actually, and also training of religious harmony activator. We call it penggerak kerukunan in many parts of Indonesia. We have 16 place of training. So we train the activator of religious harmony, and also we facilitate dialogue and meetings of religious teachers. When we have problems, like when we have the problem of the establishment of house of worship, we invite the leaders of religions, all of the 6 religions, to talk about how we solve the problem. What is the requirements for building a house for worship? So everyone has the right to observe his or her religion, but how to build a house, which means to have symbols of the presence of groups. Yeah. That's a problem, because in some places, for example in Situbondo, where 99% of the population are Muslims, not only Muslim but also from Nahdi people. So Pak LK, saya lupa dulu. In the main road, the Muslim have no mosque, but the Christian have more than 5 churches. It's a problem. How can that happen? In the town where the majority are Muslims, the Muslim have no symbol of presence in the form of a building. Yeah. So we invite the leaders of the religion and we talk about how to solve the problem. And then we, in 2006, we made what is it, a regulation of how to build a house for worship. Yeah. But some people will not happy with this joint decree of the Minister of Religious Affairs and Minister of Home Affairs. And also providing regulation and bills on religious matters. Now we are preparing the bill of the protection of religious communities. I will talk about this a little bit. Yeah. It is secret actually for until now, but I don't know. It is confidential, but I don't think that you will tell my minister, my boss, that I reveal this secret here. Some delicate issues of this bill is that we don't have until now the operational definition of religion. What is religion actually? If, for example, it is easy. We have Islam. It is a religion internationally recognized or mondially recognized. But what about local religion? For example, Kaharingan. Is it Buddhism? It is part of Buddhism, or it is religion itself? And also, for example, Baha'ism. Baha'i. Well, the Baha'is say that Baha'i is religion, but for some Muslims, it is a sect of Islam. So we have to decide. We have to make a good formula of what is the religion actually. And I will say that religion is a system of belief and practice about something sacred that is practiced or adhered by some people, a group of people. Yeah. So it is the definition of religion. But to be recognized in Indonesia, that religion must be registered in the state registration. Yeah, but it is still in discussion. Yeah. And second, the freedom of beliefs, blasphemy and heresy. Yeah. Who will judge that such and such interpretation of the beliefs is part of religion? For example, when Ahmadi people that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is a prophet, because there is in the Quran a verse saying, "Maka Muhammadun aba ahadin min rijalikum walakin Rasulullah khataman nabiyyin." That Muhammad is khataman nabiyyin. And in Arabic, khatam can mean seal, but it can mean ring. Yeah, ring and seal. Seal means that he is the last prophet. Yeah, but the ring, if you get khatam in ring, so you will say that he is not the last, but he is the best. Yeah, Muhammad is best prophet, so there will be prophets after him. One of them is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. It's from Ahmadi. So it is blasphemy or not? For if we refer to the law number 1 of 1965, it is a blasphemy, because blasphemy means that when you say in public that anything about religion that is contrary to the teachings of the religion. So Ahmadi can be banned for this transgression of the law. So, but if we say, okay, we are free to make an interpretation, because the very word itself can be understood with many interpretation. And also heresy. Yeah, also heresy. When we talk about Shiite people and Sunnite people here. Can we say, one said that Indonesia is a Sunnite land, so no Shiite Muslim can be recognized as Muslim here, because this is Sunnah, because Sunnite land. Well, but until now, there is no authority that can judge that this is Islamic and this is not Islamic. Yeah. So, also the problem, we don't know yet. And the preaching of religion and proselytizing. So, we are, what is it, certain that proselytizing is something that we have to avoid. But preaching of religion, because religion is one of the sources of what is it, of the philosophy of this country. So preventing preaching of religion means a loss of many things. But the thing that we have to be aware of is not to proselytize. Well, but the moderator says that I have to finish in 5 minutes. How could I do this? Establishment of house of worship, I have talked of these things. Relation of religions and the state. For example, yeah, maybe you heard about what happened yesterday in this campus. That some students, what is it? Yeah, tried to watch the banned film, the banned film of Dennis Oppenheimer, The Eye of Silence, and the film is already banned by the state, but the students want to watch the film. And since the morning, since 7 in the morning, I met the director this morning. The morning was visited by some people of yeah, I don't know the name. I don't think that they names they own groups, but people say that it's from Forum of Islamic Ummah, saying that you may not leave the student do what they do. You have to ban this. But the rector said no, or I don't know the exact word of the rector, but he hesitated to ban the student activity, and then it happened. Hundreds of Muslim vigilantes came and tried to force the student not to watch the film, but they resisted, and yeah, until now the rector was asked by the police to let police take those students, but he refused until now. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So, what is the right of the state and the rights of the religious community? We don't know. It is a problem yet, not yet solved until now. Yeah, I don't want to talk about all things, but now I will conclude that plurality-based policy is the only solution for maintaining harmony between people of different beliefs and cultures. So, yeah, it is. I think it is certain. And now harmony is dynamic and dependent to the condition of people concerned. The policy of the state and the enforcement of laws is something that we have to have. And yeah, Ministry of Religious Affairs have done positive things and negative things. I am from inside, so I may not say the positive things and the negative things, and it's up to you. So I leave it blank. Yeah. And at last, yeah, this is thank you in many languages.
I'm so sorry, Pama. I feel reluctant to stop Pak Machasin actually, because he's also my sheikh. He's not only my professor, but he's also my sheikh. But I'm so sure that we need times also to discuss many things with Pak Machasin, and because of the limited time, at least we can get how the Indonesian the decisions before Pak Machasin. We see the research about how is the relations between the immigrant Muslim in Netherlands, and here from Pak Machasin we'll see how is the formal policy of Ministry of Religious Affairs in Indonesia toward religions, not only Islam. But I don't want to make a conclusion before the discussion. Let me invite as much as let's see, we still have around 15 minutes, and for the beginning, I love the odd number. Okay, so let me invite 5 of you if you want. Okay, anybody want to raise the questions to question, comments, or objections, or maybe want to show Pak Machasin the negative sides of Ministry of Religious Affairs? Okay, please, Prof Yasir, Pak John, okay, and Pak Leo. Okay, while waiting for us, we can start from Pak Yasir. Let me call you Pak, because it's, even though you said it's your second time, but you look to be Indonesianized now. Indonesian, sir. Let me call all of you Pak. Okay, please. Yeah, that's one here, Pak. That's okay. Please.
Thanks a lot, Professor Machasin, about this combination of scientific and political approach. Actually, the in the session before you, our colleague from the Netherlands was also touching on some on the borders between the political and the scientific. And now going to my question, you mentioned that also we have to solve intra-Islamic problems before pluralistic problems before we move to extra-Islamic, between Muslim, Christian, Jews, or so we have distinctions between Sunni, Shia Muslims, and within Sunnism we have the Ahmadi, the Baha'i, the Druze, and so on, and within Shiaism we have also intra-Shia sectarianism, if I'm permitted to use the word. What do you do now as a ministry in the on the level of intra-Islamic, let me say, inter-sectarian? It's not inter-religious, it's inter-sectarian or inter-Islamic dialogue, and this would lead me to a second sub-question concerning education. Because I believe that beginning from the primary school, if Ahmadiyya or Druze, only from the social circles, and they are not informed according to a global, national, let's say, educational system, the problem can hardly be solved. So what you do, and you are involved in this, on the level of education, in order to enhance pluralistic ideas, mainly among Muslims, because if a Muslim cannot tolerate a Muslim, naturally he cannot tolerate a non-Muslim. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And John, please.
Thank you for the very Yogyakarta manner in which you gave your presentation. I think you showed us with great honesty the points in which you yourself are struggling, and I appreciate that very much. And I want to focus on one of those points. You raised the issue of blasphemy, and who decides, who judges what is blasphemy and what is not. I don't think that you can have freedom of religion if the state begins to do theology. So my question is, who do you think should decide what is blasphemy and what is not? You left it as a question. I'm wondering if you also have an answer.
So the presentation is kind of a trap for him. Okay, please, Mario.
Thank you as well, Professor Machasin. First, I want to link with the last remark made about blasphemy and simply give a comment from a Dutch perspective. We had a law on blasphemy until a few years ago. A law that in practice did not function. It was there, but there was never succeeded anybody to go to court and to prove that someone else had done blasphemy. So the law has changed, and now it is the case that only if someone says something in religious terms to hurt someone else, with the purpose to hurt someone else, then the court can do something. But the blasphemy as such, indeed, the judge is not able to answer the theological questions. Maybe it helps you to give an answer to him, by the way. A second comment from the Dutch perspective as well. I was interested in what you said about the definition of religion. How can the law define religion? Our laws do not do that, indeed. But we have a similar problem in terms of what is a church. In terms of law in the Netherlands, even the mosque can be a church. Because church is, kerkgenootschap is a Dutch legal term. Now, of course, then this only changes the question a little bit, because that for the court makes it the issue, what can be recognized as a church? And then you come more or less to the same kind of definition as you used. It is a group of people with a certain common view of doctrine and maybe also certain common rituals, etc. But in practice, it's very difficult for the courts to decide to make one funny example that at some stage there was a ruling of the government that in restaurants and cafeteria you could no longer smoke. Still the law now. But religious organizations are, let's say, are not covered by that kind of law. And there was a group of people in a certain place in the Netherlands who then said, well, we together, we are a church. We have our church meetings here in this cafeteria every evening, and it's part of our religion to smoke. So it was quite a decision for the court finally to decide that there was no real common religious conviction behind that. So it was rejected, but it's a difficult issue. A final question is about the issue you in fact had to leave because of time reasons, the issue of identity cards, etc. My question is, if I have understood it correctly, you did not say so, but I think I know that, every citizen in Indonesia has to have one of these 6 confessions or religions on his passport, is it on identity card. You have to belong to either one of these 6. What does it mean for people who have no belief at all, atheists? What's their position?
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Leo. Actually, for the last question, the issue is not for the atheists, I suppose, in Indonesia. For the local religions, yeah, for the follower of local religion, that's a bigger problem in Indonesia. Okay, please, Pak Machasin. I'm so sure that he. Okay, please.
I want to say that if you belong to this 6 religion, you may write your religion. But if you don't, you may leave it blank. Yeah. So, but it is written in the documentation of the state that you are Baha'i or Shintoist or whatever. Or even, but if you have, or if you belong to what you call it, kepercayaan, to certain belief, no religion. For example, we have apa namanya, Mahastu. Mahastu is not religion. It is what is it? Spiritual group, something like that. If you belong to spiritual group, you may live this